Hi, my name's Sarah Dimitri. I'm the official makeup artist on X Factor. I've got the beautiful Bella in my makeup chair right now, and I'm going to create a gorgeous makeup with a cat eye flick and a strong lip using Rimmel products. So now I'm going to use the Rimmel Exaggerated Liquid Eyeliner. So I'm just going to do a thin line across the top, all the way across with a flick on the end. As you can see, I'm pressing it above the lashes, so I'm marking out my line. And it's easier if you hold it on this angle and you press above the lashes, because then you get a nice straight line. So as you can see, I'm starting from really thin, almost nothing on the corner, into thicker. And then if you want it thicker, you can go over that line. And then when you've gone to the end, you mark the flick along with the bottom edge of your eye. So this triangle here, you pull that line up, following that line on the bottom of your eye. So once you've got that line, then you join it, the top down into the bottom line. Okay, so now I've done the cat eye flick, I'm going to use the Scandalous Extreme Black Mascara. So this adds length, volume, thickness, we want it all. So now I'm going to use the Wake Me Up foundation. Bella's skin's a little bit dry and dehydrated, so this foundation is perfect for her. It literally does wake up the skin, it illuminates the skin, it gives a beautiful dewy glow. It has vitamins in it, so it's perfect. So when you're applying foundation, start at the centre of the face and work your way out, because you've got more discoloration around the centre, and you just, by the time you end up at the perimeter of the face, you almost want no foundation, so it blends into almost nothing. You don't want to see a mask, a heavy mask around the perimeter of the face, so that's why we start in the middle and then we blend our way out. So as you can see, I've actually done the eyes first before the foundation. I often like to do this technique because I'm touching the skin, so I can get in there and concentrate on the eyes and then prep the skin and do the foundation last so it's fresh. There's different ways of applying foundation, you know, as you can see I'm using the brush and I'm using a sponge. It's just as good to use your fingers at home because the heat from your fingers really just nourishes the skin, and it just really blends it into the skin lovely, like a moisturiser. So, you know, they're all different and they're all as good as each other, just whatever you prefer. Sometimes I feel like the foundation brush is like lots of fingers in one brush, and then I use a sponge just to blend it a little bit more.
Yeah, I can already see the difference. My skin, the tone's very even complexion, and it just feels a lot brighter.
Yeah, illuminated.
You haven't even put that much of it on.
No.
No.
So,
I can thin layer, and I just look so much prettier.
yeah. So now I'm using the Match Perfection Concealer and Highlighter under the eye area. So this conceals and it highlights the eye area, because we get quite dark under the eyes, so we want to really illuminate and highlight that area. So now I'm just going in with the Stay Matte Concealer, and I'm just going to conceal any redness or any blemishes. So we've got our foundation on, which covers a lot of the blemishes and evens out the skin tone, and then I conceal after, because, you know, just a tiny little bit of redness and a few little blemishes. Around the nose we get quite red, a little bit blue up in the corners of the eyes. Bella's got such gorgeous skin, I don't need to conceal really much because the foundation's covered most of it. So this is the beauty of doing your foundation first and conceal second, because you've covered most of your blemishes and evened out your skin tone. So now I'm going to use the Stay Matte Press Powder. So I want to lock in the foundation. I'm just going to use a brush. Because Bella's skin is a little bit dry and dehydrated, the best technique is to use a brush. If she was oily, I would use something like this, a sponge, and I would dip it into the powder and I would roll it. That's if you're oily. If you're a little bit drier or dehydrated, you just want a really light, light layer of powder, because you still want the skin to glow. So and you can see just a touch, shake it off, and then just go over it. So essentially, I'm just locking in the foundation. It's almost no colour, I'm just making sure the foundation is set. So now I'm using the Match Perfection blush. I just want a pop of colour, just slightly, just a little bit of a rosy cheek, not too much. Almost like she's just glowing from within. I don't want to see any harsh lines, I just want a flush of colour. I'm just putting it where these 2 points meet, there, kind of on the top of the apples of the cheek. Just a little bit and blending up into the hairline. And then go back and wipe it off and then blend. So you've just got a pop of colour on the high points of the cheek. So I'm going to finish the look with the lips. I'm using the Kate Moss Lasting Finish. This is perfect for show nights because it lasts for 8 hours. So I'm going to use a combination of 2 colours because I want a kind of a rich burgundy colour. So I'm using the number 11 and the number 9. So that's our completed look for Bella. Absolutely gorgeous. How do you feel?
I feel very, very vintage in this look. I've had a lot of cat eyes before, but this is a really, really nice one. And I feel like the lipstick really complements the eye makeup as well. So yeah, I feel very in the mood for performance. And I feel like now that the makeup's on, I'm even more in character than I was before. So thank you very much.
Yeah.